Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today's reading is going to be all about getting messages from the spiritual realm or through spirit for light workers. We have 4 piles from the left to right. The first pile is Opalite. The second pile is Fluorite. The third pile is Blue Aragonite. And the fourth pile is Polychrome Heart. Pause if you need a little longer, pick the one which calls your name the most, and I'm going to begin with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the Opalite, this is going to be your reading. So before we open your pre-shuffled cards, I feel like shuffling a few cards for you. So what messages do we have for pile number 1? I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune in the Tower. So Scorpio energy and Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Cups in reverse with the Magician in reverse. This is Gemini, Virgo with Wheel of Fortune, almost all signs. I feel like you've been trying to manifest more abundance in your life, and you second guess yourself a lot is what I'm picking. We have Phoenix rising. You've recently gone through something almost makes me feel like you think that you're not capable enough of manifesting the life that you think you want, because I was about to say you think you deserve, but then something just told me to say that you want. It's like there's a disbelief, there's a limiting belief pattern which I think you're aware or might not be aware of. We have the Ghost. We have determination and abundance. It's like you're determined, but there's a part of you which is not connecting with the reality of this situation. Like precious gift. Friendship, family, love are precious gifts. Do not lose sight of what's most important. You've been very consumed in your own space, like in your own life, in your own thoughts, in some shape or form. With the Opalite, it's like you're trying to get clarity. You're trying to open doors for yourself. And I feel like this could also be related to love. It's like you want to change your luck. I'm picking up this energy, like you want to change your luck, and it's like I'm getting that you can do that because you have, like, I'm getting a very witchy energy over here. I feel like you're not meant to go for material gains so hard, is what I'm hearing from spirit. Like these things would naturally come to you because you have the Queen of Pentacle energy. I'm also getting that you're trying to attract more abundance. I feel like this is a lot about material gains, like lifestyle, money. Um, and I think that you're not able to keep up with your daily routines because you're still dealing with some sort of emotional baggage which you're trying to let go of right now, or you're holding on to, whatever fits. I think for few of you, this is, for me, majority of you, I'm hearing that this is like an emotional, it's like a pattern. It's like somebody made you feel like, whether it was a mother figure or somebody, like there's some sort of a role model or like something that you've understood especially if you're a woman. Doesn't have to be gender non-specific, the message still applies, but it's like you think that you have to struggle too hard, or you just can't afford the good life if you want to. You have to be under wraps, so you have to keep your things hidden, or there's shame around the gifts that you have in monetizing it. There's something that you've learned from family, parents, role models. We have Scorpio. See, this is about purging, right? This is about releasing that negative pattern of thinking, and it's not something that you just consciously can repair. I feel like this is a very deep subconscious seed. Ghost really tells me that this is not completely known to you. It's like you just see the manifestation of it, but these little dots that are behind it are the reasoning or the way that you process things for yourself. I'm also getting like a cycle ending right now that you're trying to end for yourself. It's like you're wanting to, I'm hearing, go the distance with someone, or something like that. It's like there's this theme where it's like it's telling you that what you're trying to manifest right now is something that requires more time, because you need to go deep into that subconscious pattern, which is very much related to money, abundance, or just a good life. Like providing for yourself or being capable of giving yourself what you want is something that still needs to be a positive pattern, thought pattern from within. I'm getting that your past has nothing on you, no matter what you think. You need to start feeling things irrespective of your past and what your past has made you feel like, people, places, or things that have made you feel like this is not meant for you, is almost what I'm hearing. Reflection, exactly. This situation in your life is showing you something that is very precious and vital for your growth, is what I'm gonna say. We have abundance and then we have faith. It's like, again, I spoke about the material gains, right? We have energy. This is about energy. It's like what you're asking for is not matching the energy that you're on internally. You know what I'm saying? So this is more related to the fact that, see, I want to manifest a house for myself or whatever it is, XYZ, and it's like you're trying to manifest work for it, but opportunities are not aligning with it, bank balance is not aligning with it, things are just not matching up to it. It's because internally you're not actually believing you deserve that, and this needs to be, I'm hearing, investigated. Like it needs to be introspected upon. Like, why do you think that you don't want to, or you can't? Do it now, don't put it off any longer. Have courage, listen to your intuition, for it is the guiding voice of your soul. You want to get out of the discomfort without, it's like if you want to grow through it, you have to go through it. You have to go through this path which seems scary right now, which seems like, oh my god, I just don't want to, I'm just seeing that you just don't, you're just too scared of the darker voices inside, which makes a lot of sense, right? All of us do have insecurities, and like we can't withhold the I'm hearing the violence. Perhaps you've been through certain things that make you feel like you're unworthy of like asking or desiring this life for yourself. I'm going to take this card in the light attribute, is what I'm hearing. Challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. This is what I'm seeing over here. Pile number one, I'm seeing that you need a better thought process. You need to elevate. I'm hearing that there are certain things that are not good for you. First, it's like an out of alignment. I'm hearing something about out of alignment. Maybe you're coping up with the stress of feeling unworthy by eating a lot, is what I'm hearing right now. So I'm hearing that take more, I'm hearing cognitive therapy. So maybe somebody over here needs therapy with this. Like you need help, or you at least need to meditate upon this, because this is not just a conscious pattern that will be repaired. It's a subconscious pattern that will be revealed to you when you go deep inside, like certain things in your psyche which are hindering your vibration. It's like a barrier, right? Those words that are within you that have been taken from other people are the barrier. We have harmony. So disharmony occurs when we try to resist life's natural flow. Everything has its cycle. Every stage of life has its own unique meaning and purpose. Every day can be harmonious if we want it to be. This is what I'm seeing. There's so many like blue. All your angel cards came in blue. Bottom of the deck, we have peace and trust. It's like you need to trust that this process is not to torture you or harm you, is what I'm hearing. This is something that I feel like you really tell yourself like things are difficult for me, but it's not. Every person goes through these sort of like subconscious repairings, is what I'm going. Like you're elevating. You have to sit and do the work. I'm hearing that you can't reap the rewards of it unless and until you put in the hard work. And the hard work is not that you need to put it outside, you need to put it inside right now. You need to really, really put in that hard work inside to eradicate this belief from its root, right? So I'm gonna get a few more cards as an advice for you, pile number one. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. We have another shuffled card, Midas, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything into gold, delight in sharing life's riches, hoarding money or emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So I do see that this is all about your relationship with money, of course, right? And then there's, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. I'm saying that you probably have suffered through poverty consciousness in all areas of your life, is what I'm hearing. We had the abundance card. I don't know where it go. Anyways, we had the abundance card, right? And when I'm seeing there's like 3 cards in red, which is giving me the root chakra, right? There's a cross, there's a pillar, a rectangle, and then there's a circle. I feel like the things that stop you from getting what you want is actually the energy that you need to put into this energy elevation, space, and flow and intuition. See, there's all sorts of things. I'm not saying that you're a lazy person or your hard work. It's just like your hard work is not paying off because you don't think you're deserving of this to pay off. This is what I'm trying to explain. You need to work internally. I'm hearing affirmations and all these things are not going to work till the time they really don't get inside the subconscious. Like all these quotes on Instagram and everything, they're surface level unless and until they're really, really like changing your thought pattern so that you can attract something else for yourself, right? So you can attract it. You don't have to put so much hard work. What I'm seeing over here is an advice like you have the Midas touch. What I see over here is that you are renewing yourself with the Scorpio card as well. You are somebody that can open yourself up to just attracting these things, but it's like we have the intuition and energy. Your intuition will open up this energy. You will be able to rewire that programming in your head. This is what you need to really do. This is the kind of inner work you need to do right now, instead of working so hard on your external manifestations trying to get it going, because you're putting in hard work in an sort of like fulfilling a cup which has a leak underneath that. It's like it's got a leakage, it's got a hole, it's leaking, the water is flowing out of it. You're pouring and pouring and it's not like leveling up because it's getting drained from underneath. This is kind of the thing that I'm getting over here. It's like right now I'm seeing this pause over here with the strength. It's like you're seeing this courage, determination. Of course there's courage and determination within you. I see that you're a very hardworking person, but it's like, why is that hard work not actually coming to you in returns and profits that you really, really work for and you desire and you deserve at the utmost? So this is why I'm seeing This energy is stopped over here. It's stopped. It needs space. It needs time for you to get closer to the consciousness with the precious gift. You have a gift of intuition. Stop ghosting your own uncomfortable feelings and sit with them. It's time that you sit with them, so that it's not like pick up your phone, start talking to the external world, start doing this and that because your thoughts are eating. They're gonna give you the solution. You have to befriend them. All right. So pile number one, I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below. And I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the fluorite, this is going to be your reading. So I'm going to start off with your shuffled cards. We're going to see this card. We have Mediator, shadow attribute, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. We have Pisces, intimacy, intuition, compassion. We have soulmate in reverse. Adventure. Instead of seeing the current situation as an obstacle, try seeing it as an adventure. Explore all the possibilities. There are many more than you currently imagine. Instead of seeing things as black or white, try to explore all the colors in between. I was about to say relationship or situationship. Now I feel like particularly this is about, I'm hearing sort of like a couples therapy with spirit. Like they're telling me that there are things that you're probably being very judgmental about the other person, because I'm hearing that every person has different moods and sides to them. I'm hearing that you're maybe like you've just gotten into a new relationship, or the honeymoon phase is dissipating or something. Like there's no romance in a way, like it's fading away, or you feel like it's fading away. You're scared. Diversity. The world would be boring if the world would be a boring place if we all were the same. Celebrate your uniqueness. You are special and much loved. I really do feel that you are opening your eyes to the true colors of somebody in your life romantically. I'm speaking, this could also be a friend. Positive outcome. Healing angel. I'm getting that in this situation, whatever situation it is, whatever your I'm hearing your frequency, or your, I was about to say like your equation with this person, but I'm really getting what's your frequency with this person. The last card we have, lovers. Of course this is about love. We have great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation for something or someone. I think that you saw someone with rosy eyes before, and it's like now I'm seeing this situation turning around where you're not feeling very happy. It's like you had unrealistic expectations, or like there's a need for communication is what I'm really picking up over here. Like you want more intimacy, or you want to bring back that romance, but I'm hearing that you're not wanting that romance back because the person has changed on you. It's like that person always being romantic and lovey-dovey and cute about you is because it was fulfilling a part of you that needed to be validated, that I am valid in your life, if that makes sense. It's like you were obsessive, and this is like self-destructive because you're actually holding this person in a place of void right now. I'm not saying this is the right or the wrong person. I'm just saying the way that you're wanting things to actually progress, evolve, or have been progressing, and now they're like dialing a bit down. It's making you scared that this is not the right person for me, or it's just making you a little bit like contemplative on the fact that should I even continue this situation. And I'm seeing that this is because you always wanted this person to butter you up. It's like a little bit of lack of realistic measures in this situation, right? I'm going to take this in reverse. We have memory. It's like you're living off the past right now, and I am hearing from spirit now. This would be the right advice for you if you know that you're with a fairly healthy person. This is not a I would say, I don't pick up on a very heavy power dynamic over here, or sort of like a runner chaser vibe. I'm not seeing very on and off, months on and off situation. I'm seeing that this is a relationship. I'm seeing that this is a proper relationship. You've been putting roots down together. You just like each other. Doesn't mean that, there's a label on it or not. I even heard the word situationship, but it's more like you're probably trying to build something together. Like, you know where you are. You're on the same page about where this is going. Like, there's loyalty, trust, companionship over here. I'm hearing companionship, but it's like the can I just keep hearing like the honeymoon phase is fading away right now. We have evolution over here and disguise. I feel like this situation, I'm gonna take this in reverse. I feel like this situation is calling for you to be okay with the ebb and flow of relationships. Because I'm seeing this sort of like things are, it's not that love is lost. I'm just trying to explain that you, of course, compliments and hyping each other up is a part of the relationship, but now that obsessive blissful phase is coming back into reality. I feel like you're getting a little bit worried, you're getting a little bit frustrated because this person is not fulfilling that idea of you, or that perfectionism, sort of like the rosy eyeglasses are coming off. And it's not that I'm saying that this is a bad person. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that this is pissing you off even more. It's triggering you because you thought that this person is always gonna be, like complimenting you. And what I'm seeing is not that this person doesn't want to compliment you or doesn't compliment you at all, or is not romantic towards you, is not lovey-dovey in a wording. It's more like this person is not pouring into your self-worth right now that you were deriving from this person. I'm taking this in reverse. We have 8 of Cups. There's a pattern from your past, or maybe somebody cheated on you is what I'm hearing. Mainly somebody cheated on you, and you're still not healed from it. It still makes you feel like when there's something off in the relationship, or my person is not acting obsessively, like they're not crazy, they're just not hugs and kisses. Maybe they're losing interest in me, or they're going somewhere else. This is what scares you. Space. The like it's like it's becoming a little bit more toned down. You know what I'm saying? And you can see the color scheme over here is like black and blues. Even though you need to communicate, or you can communicate this fear of yours, it's more important to ask yourself in this situation, pile number 2, that why do you need this person to be obsessed with you? I mean, I get it, there's an obsession when it comes to somebody that you really like, but it's like you want an unhealthy obsession with this person. I could be wrong, I could be right, but whoever this is, or in a way, if you don't have a partner, I feel like this would resonate more on a level where you expect the other person to always be around. And I'm seeing that this cuts down from the other person's movement in life. And it's because you kind of tend to make them see. There's this part of life where you see we have destiny. I was shuffling the deck, and we have destiny, inspiration, and anxiety. That's what I've been trying to say. So I'm going to give you some sort of explanation about this, so that it can help you break it down more. um See, if you're not happy with your own life and what you've created for yourself, and you're not fairly putting in the hard work to change that, whatever you're choosing, whatever you're not changing, you're choosing, right? So I'm saying that over here, that you have an inkling or understanding that you're not happy with your life, and when somebody comes into your life, or just becomes like a happy part of your life, right, they're bringing you a lot of happiness. um I think that it's not just because, they're bringing you a lot of happiness. It's like they're becoming a source of happiness, which is not yourself. So it's very natural for you to become bound to them, making them the center of your attention. So when they have their own life, it makes you a little bit pissed off, or just anxious, like, why aren't they as focused on me as I am, right? Because they are trying to do other things. That it's like one person can't fulfill all your needs, and that's why you have friends, co-workers, jobs, hobbies, right? Other places and things, they divide it. You get your happiness from everywhere. You make that life yours. So I'm saying that over here, that you need more time to build that life for yourself. And I'm getting that somebody probably is very anxious over here. This makes you very anxious, because it's like, I'm getting the image that somebody really tightens their fist, and it leaves like nail marks on their palm. So that's what I'm seeing over here. I feel like you have a lot of aggression as well when it comes to this person. Like, you become very irritated, and this is something that you really need to see this more, because it's not something that, it's not gonna help you have a healthy relationship, not just with the other person, but yourself. Like, you have to make your life your own. You have to understand that you're not happy with your life, and it has to be co-created with you and the universe. You need to work internally to find out what you like, and bring it alive in the reality of your life, so that you can be happy. Because just the way this person gets their needs met from here and there, and I'm not saying in a polyamorous manner, I'm just saying there are other facets to life. You also need to make those facets of your life. You need to take the time. It's almost like, if you give 2 hours to a person in your life, you should give 4 hours to yourself in a day. So this is how you will be able to invest more in yourself, rather than making that person center of attention in your life. Okay, we have growth. Thank you, spirit. So this is like, see, with evolution over here in reverse, and soulmate, and then we have space, diversity, adventure, and growth. This is like the whole thing that your spirit guides are trying to push you towards, like this epiphany moment, or just realization that you have to put in the hard work. This is not just gonna come and drop in your lap. Like, you can't just be like, okay, I want to get these things done and it's gonna happen. No, you have to start working towards it. You have to start building that life for yourself, right? I'm gonna take this one. We have frustration in reverse. This is what I'm talking about. It's like, I didn't even realize this deck was in the reverse in my hand. But what I'm seeing over here is that you need more time to understand yourself. You're trying to fit, a square in a circle over here. You're trying to make this person the main source of happiness, when it needs to be you. Pile number 2. All right. It's not a problem that your relationship is fading away, or the attraction or the love is fading away. This person is still very passionate about you. They still find you freaking hot. But you need to find that in yourself, right? You need to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what, you're sexy, before somebody else has to say that and remind you that you're sexy, right? So I'm gonna get a few advice cards for you. Pile number 2, we have obstacle. I'm gonna take this in reverse. We have structure and upheaval. You can see how the structure and the upheaval have 2 triangles. One is upright, the other one is going downwards. I feel like this is about alchemy over here. Like, you really need to sit down with yourself and decide, what do you really want in life? What do you really want to make this life about? You see this card? Wow, this is beautiful. So if you can see, there's this outline underneath, like an iceberg, right? And this is the missing part, which looks like the waves over here. This fulfills it. This upheaval that you're facing right now will be able to fulfill another part of your life. It's a jigsaw puzzle. So keep searching for it inside you, not outside you. With the gifts, you're being guided. Responsibility. Take responsibility for your own happiness. People are there to support you. Your guides are there to support you. But take the first step and find your own uniqueness. Alright, pile number 2, I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below. And I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the blue Aragonite, this is going to be your reading. I'm picking up on the energy of like low immunity or like cold or fever or flu, just like cold, like maybe where you live it's cold or you're just generally feeling really cold is what I'm hearing. We have cycles in reverse. We have slave and shadow attribute, giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. Have faith number 22. Twenty-two reduces to 4 with 6, that is 10. I did feel something. I'm going to shuffle a few cards. Think global. You're being encouraged to spread your wings. Think outside the square. You are a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love. Let it be. So it will be. I get that maybe you're a person who thinks like it is what it is kind of a thing. Like maybe you underestimate your abilities. Like you really undermine yourself. There's a little bit of like borderline personality disorder or like something where you don't know who you completely are. Like there's a need over here to completely understand yourself. Give yourself more time. There's a lot of self-destruction in this pile. I feel a lot of body things, like bodily feelings, like feelings of fatigue, tiredness, low immunity. I'm also getting the image of somebody like popping pimples. It's stress. We have when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about how I see the world. This is about what you think you can make of yourself. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe, and the moment I embrace peace, I'm getting that I'm hearing a very strong affirmative energy that you are a light worker, whether you know this completely or not. I'm hearing like you're a very solid light worker. You know how to transmute a lot of karma. But it's like right now, something is really hindering your ability to believe in yourself. I'm hearing music, something related to music or dance. I'm getting Kathak. You guys, spirits, please help me connect with pile number 3. I'm hearing trance. I'm also getting like techno music, folk, something related to music over here. Music is very important. I feel like if you have a lot of anxiety right now, because I see that happening over here, something is happening where you're very uncertain about. It's like something has pushed you into your survival mode. You need to find your safe place. You need to find your safe haven in music right now, because music is going to reach parts of your brain which words and affirmations cannot. We have miracle. You've been praying a lot. You've been praying, whether you realize this or not, whether you've been consciously doing that or not. You've just been hoping on some sort of, like, something to come your way, is what I'm feeling. You've been hoping on something to just fall in your lap. Something has been really eating you up. I'm hearing for a few of you, it's like money issues, and for a few of you, it's an eating disorder as well. We have nothing. There's nothing sexier than my authentic truth. You're struggling with your identity as well. I feel that really strongly. My fearless freedom lights up the world, and my vibes speak louder than words. You're not able to manifest the true reality of your life because you don't know, first of all, who you are, and you're scared to express who you could be as well. I just feel like with all the purple, the crown chakra and the third eye, it's like you require meditation or spending time with yourself so that you can really understand what the heck is happening over here. I just feel so, I'm getting like you feel really frustrated, clogged up. You feel like, you see, the shadow attribute for slave was like giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. You need to make certain decisions. Like, you think you're not strong enough, and this is what this reading wants to let you know, that first of all, you're going through a very heavy karmic cleanse right now in your life. I'm also getting Venus and Pluto, so maybe this is about your self-worth. um, I think that whenever I mention about self-worth, there is so much anxiety over here, pile number 3. um, I'm also getting like, maybe sometimes you become suicidal, like you have such thoughts. You have to understand that this is a very strong, I'm hearing that you're a very strong force to be reckoned with. It's not something like you're taking yourself too lightly, is what I really want to tell you. Like, you don't even understand the degree to which you can like gravitate and call things towards you. But right now it's like that energy of like calling things towards you is just not working because you're not at your potential level. I'm seeing the Magician and the Four of Swords. This is what I spoke about, right? This is exactly what I spoke about. Again, there are so many eyes everywhere. I'm getting the womb, like the yoni over here. This is about maternal trauma. Whatever you're going through is coming from your feminine energy. So this requires more time with yourself. Trying to run away from it, smoking it out, drinking it out is what I'm hearing is not going to help you heal this energy. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. This is exactly what I've been trying to say. Thank you, Spirit. You need to pay more attention to the pain that you're going through right now. This is all related to your maternal wounds. Like, it could be from your mother's side, like genetically, but this is more like indicative of your femininity. It's wounded right now. It's requiring more love because it's about your self-worth as well. This is not about building blocks right now. This is about cleaning the gunk in your trunk. Like, this is about cleaning things from inside. This is about taking care of your femininity. This is about soothing your own self. This is about taking care of yourself right now, is what I'm seeing. Mars, move forward and defend yourself. I feel like wherever you feel defeated, the situation is playing out exactly the way it has to. It is teaching you how to be mentally strong in the future. And I know that can be like such a bummer to hear. It's like you're just, I mean, I'm getting that you're crying at night, you're sleeping, you're crying yourself to sleep. And it's just like, I sympathize with you and I understand these feelings. I'm feeling like you're going through an awakening, or more prominently, it's like dark night of the soul. And this situation, you can't escape from it. The main message that I get, pile number 3, and it can be such a pain in the ass, but it's like you really have to sit with it. I can't make this up. It's like spirit wants the best for you. I want the best for you, and to do that, there's some tough love involved over here where you have to sit with this pain. I'm getting that you're really scared of it, like it eats you up, something about it. I choose love no matter what. You need to choose yourself. Like with Think Global, I feel like this is like a higher perspective right now. It can feel like, oh my god, why do bad things keep happening to me with the cycles in reverse, right? It's I feel like it's fairly because the way you see life and the way you keep on manifesting trauma in your life is because of the way you feel about yourself. And this is the time so that you can clear out this part of you which struggles with itself, with what it wants good for itself and what it actually chooses which is bad for itself. This is a clearing time that you need to go through right now in your life. Like you need more time to sort of like to release all the pain that you have when it comes to the trauma that you've been through. I'm also hearing like generational pattern breakers. It's like it's not just your trauma, but it's also things that have been carried along in your lineage and in your DNA, biological DNA, right? I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. You will have a breakthrough. I really want to let you know that you will have a breakthrough with a miracle pile number 3. You will have a miracle and it will happen for you. You just need to hang in there is what I'm hearing. You just need to stick around. And I'm getting like if you have a pet or something, like stick around your pet or talk to your friends about this, even if you don't feel like start journaling. So there's somewhere where you can take this out. There's an outlet, like there's a safe space that you can create for yourself. I really do feel like this is dark night of the soul over here with love. Again, there's so much love. Like this this is not the ending of your story is what I'm hearing. Like this is not how things are supposed to be. Things are going to really really change in the future. We have determination. You're a very determined soul. So you have frustration with your life right now. I'm also getting like maybe you're sexually frustrated or you've lost your libido. Something like feels like on the terms of like depression. I'm just hearing like hang in there and just feel these emotions. That's what's more important for you right now. I'm gonna pull out a few advice cards for you. We have another shuffled card. Alchemist. Wow. This is like the cherry on top. This says transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Like this time is so important for you because you're learning how to transmute so much negativity that you've been eating up and you have sort of inherited. And I know that it seems unfair, but it's something that you decided on a soulful level. But the human mind of yours really needs to know that this sort of camouflaging phase where you can't find yourself amidst the chaos and conflict that resides within you and around you will fade away. You just need to hold your ground and grip to what you know is yours. That is you. I think the most I think the best thing that you can do right now is like really try to be efficient with yourself and find yourself and find a grounding force, like either it's journaling or creativity or music. We spoke about that. Like find something that helps you get through this. Not in a way where it drives you away from it, but in a way where it helps you sustain and stick around through the moments, like through the tide, right? Through the sandstorm is also what I'm hearing. Something that helps you hold on to till the time the storm sort of clears out around you. I'm going to take this card in reverse. We have accomplishment. Don't be worried about productivity right now. Just try to get whatever needs to be done and take more rest for yourself. Alright, pile number 3. I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more with the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below. And I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number 4. If you choose the Polychrome heart, this is going to be your reading. So I'm going to begin off with some archetype cards. We have Pioneer, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. We have Water, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Determination, perseverance, and patience will lead to a positive outcome. I'm seeing a very strong energy about a creative endeavor or something that you want to start building upon or start working towards, which your intuition has been telling you to go towards. See, I got the deck and I was about to say fear. It's a creative endeavor that I pick up. It could be n number of things, it could be anything. But what I see over here is something that speaks from your heart. And you feel like, what if people don't like it? Or there's fear of judgment or failure, also envy. There's something that holds you back from pursuing this dream of yours. I saw the Faith card. Fear. It's something that you have not done before. With the pioneer, passion for doing what and creating what has not been done before. We have rejection. Oh, interesting. The rejection card seems like it's an ombre color. It starts off with orange and it ends with somewhat orangish red. And we have frustration over here. So for some reason, I really feel like you have networker. Shadow attribute conveys information for personal gain, spread fear and falsehood. You think that you don't have that much credential to actually speak about these things. I really got the energy of like you're wanting to write a book. Somebody over here wants to write a book. It could be a thing. But I feel like what's actually stopping you is your fear of rejection or judgment. Like other people are not going to like what you want to actually write down. For example, let's just take an example of writing a book. Or music composition is also what I'm hearing, like a producer, something that's very creative, like filmmaking, vlogs, poetry, photography. There could be a number of things, but I'm seeing that you're scared that people are not going to like it, not going to buy it. People are not going to like what you're giving out there, what content you're serving people with. And you know that internally, I feel like you know that you can serve people with like a really great food for thought, or like you can really convey a message. And I'm hearing that this is a part of your soul mission to actually go ahead and do this. For some reason with water, I think that you have some subconscious fears, or it's like I'm hearing that with water it's actually very overwhelming. It's consciously made itself known with the heart. This is the only heart shape in the whole pile selection today, so I feel like it really comes from your soul. I'm gonna take this card upright. We have potential. It's like you have potential to grow, water this, and resilience. It's something about fertility. It's something about the message that you really want to give out. And I feel like you're very passionate about this. Like you have a lot of knowledge to give about this, and for some reason you just don't believe in yourself enough. Is what I'm hearing. Like it's like it's a part of your soul mission and purpose, and you've probably been looking for what to do. I'm going to take this in reverse, whatever comes out. We have destiny. Your destiny is to blossom, to shine, to transform in ever greater light. You don't think that you're good enough over here. This is what is stopping you with the rejection card. This is what is telling you with anxiety. Thank you, Spirit. Adventure. It's like the fear of unknown. When we think about like an adventure, it's like what's gonna happen next. Like I'm gonna put myself out there, but what if I fail, I tumble, I fall? So this is what's stopping you, and you have to kind of go inwards and deal with the pain of failure. Or I feel like this comes from a father wound. It's just code for like your parents' approval. Like you think that you would be not accepted, or it's not that you'll be not accepted, but it's like it makes you feel fear. Like it also could be that you feel like your parents won't approve this profession or something, like you want to explore it. But I feel like it's more in the sense where you're scared of what they're going to say, or like what if you fail and you put yourself out there and people are going to judge you. That's what scares you before. Like I'm seeing that the fear of uncertainty is not coming from the place of what's happening in the present, but what will happen in the future, which stops you from pursuing it in the very present. I'm going to take this card upright. We have 8 of Pentacles. You're not putting in hard work in this because you're scared of what's going to happen. I clearly see that. I see that you're not wanting to put in the hard work right now because you're scared of what will happen. I'm going to take this card specifically in reverse. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. You do realize that you sabotage yourself by this, right? I feel like you do realize that. Or if you're not, I'm telling you this, that you're sabotaging yourself, because you have a great deal of potential in this situation. We have another shuffle card. We have sexuality in reverse. You don't feel like you have the freedom to speak about what you want to speak, or there's no credibility to what you have to say or deliver out there, is what I'm picking up. It's like it makes you feel small, or you're just relating yourself to the person who you used to be with all that you have today and the knowledge you have today. It's like I'm hearing that the divine has specifically carved out this purpose for you, of course, right? There's an anointing. You could be quite religious, is what I'm picking up. Doesn't have to be, but you're definitely quite spiritual, and you're connecting with your guides right now. And this reading was brought on to you. Like, again, I'm getting like connect with yourself more, and not in a way where you're not doing enough by meditating or communicating with them. I'm saying connect with your shadow attribute right now, because it's really hindering your ability to move forward. Mindfulness. Be mindful of another's feelings and needs. Someone needs your love right now. A loving thought is all it takes. When you have these sort of thoughts, you need to break it down. You need to rewire it. You need to journal this. For this block to be removed, you have to put in hard work. You have to take your inner work seriously right now, because this is not something that will just go away. You'll keep procrastinating on doing this. I'm hearing 4 years. Somebody has been procrastinating on it for years. We have truth. Thank you, Spirit. They confirm it. You've been procrastinating on this for years, middle path and achievement. You know that this can bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment, even if not material sort of sustainability. But I'm hearing that that is in the reins of it. Like, that is something that wants to come out for you. It's just that you're just not taking it seriously. Or even if you do take it seriously, there's so much fear that just ultimately stops you from going ahead with it. Like, it just stops you. I'm getting like rain on my parade. Like, this fear really stops you, and it's something that's very deep rooted, and you need to put in the hard work. You need to journal about it. You need to talk about it, because I feel like the sacral chakra is blocked over here. There's some sort of I was saying unbalanced, but it's like injustice also, what I heard. You're just scared that people are going to judge you because you were a different person, and now who you were and what you have to offer, it's like, who's going to listen to me, is what I'm hearing. I'm going to take this in reverse. 8 of Wands. There's something you have to say. There's something I'm getting, like, specifically your life has been around these experiences so that you can share this, or vice versa. It's like now you have the wisdom to share this to somebody and help them out of these I'm hearing self-sabotaging patterns. It's like you're still doing that, but you think that you need to be perfect to be on that level where you can actually spread out that sort of wisdom with other people, consciousness and peace. I'm hearing like master manifestor. It's something where it's like you are a very strong light worker. I'm hearing chosen one. It's like you have an anointing that you're not listening. You're giving it, you're refusing it because of fear. And I'm hearing like God's love is greater than the devil's temptation. We have determination twice. I feel like there's no lack of um like substance to you. It's just this fear that's a huge block in front of it. We have confidence. This is about confidence, right? And this needs to die. This part of you that tells you that there's a limiting belief, that you're not confident enough, with caution. And then there's yellow and black, and you can see that there was orange over here. You're operating out of lower consciousness with the sadness over here and abundance. It's like you think that this is not for you, but there's a reason why. I'm hearing that the universe or God put that in your heart. There's a reason why that dream still exists in you. There's a reason why you want to put in the hard work. You need to put in more work. See, you need to put in more work in the rejection wound. Something that's under these planks. Okay, something that's deep rooted. I think it's consciously available to access, but it's like the rewiring of it needs to be done again, is what I'm hearing. So I'm going to get a few advice cards for you before we conclude this reading. Pile number 4. This is mainly what I see, that you need to put in the hard work. Like, journal it out. Write what you feel and then try to rewrite it and rewire it. Think global. This is in pile number 3. This is about taking a higher perspective about what it would be like to actually do that, and it's an achievement that you would be able to do that for yourself with courage again. It's like the universe is really supporting you. It's just you not supporting yourself right now. Precious gift. You have an anointing on your head is what I'm hearing with achievement. Thank you so much, Spirit. It's like you are meant to do this. Whatever's sitting in your heart and your hearts of hearts, you know it. You think about it every day. You procrastinate it. You know, this is really reminding me of that one quote, which is like your best fantasy is your worst fear. This is what I see over here. Alright, pile number 4, I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below. And I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye.